Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a story time. Yeah, I haven't done one of these in a long time, and I really need some change from playing Fallout 4. Absolutely love that game. Such a great game. So, today's video, I shall be talking about. Well, it's a story about Marco Polo, not the Great Explorer, not the game you play in the pool. Marco Polo the store. And before I start my story, I just want to say, Marco Polo, the store. I absolutely love it. I love their clothing. I have like 4 or 5 of their shirts. Thing is. And this is where the story starts. This is where the fun begins. So, my story. As you guys know, here in Munich, well, not just in Munich, around the world, there's a change of seasons around this time of year. We go from fall to winter, and with that comes a change of weather. And with that change of weather, colder temperatures, snow. And if I'm going to be honest, I used to live in Maryland, and we had a winter, but it was the most bipolar winter ever. I remember once we had it. It was one day. It was around 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 0 degrees Celsius, which is cold. That's when water freezes. And the next day, it was around 90 degrees, which just goes to show how bipolar the weather actually is. But here in Munich, the temperatures do get very cold, and fuck. Alright, let me just get back on track. The temperatures do get very cold, and I really needed a winter jacket. So, yeah, so I go to the store. Well, I go to Marco Polo, because that's one of the clothing stores that in my area that is pretty near to my house, and I know their jackets aren't the most cheap, and I'm not trying to sound cheap or anything, but I walk into the store, right, and I have to say the employees of Marco Polo, I absolutely love you guys. They're the most friendly people on the face of this planet. It's astounding. So I walk in, I make my way towards the jackets, or the winter coats, and this guy out of nowhere comes and he's like, "So, what are you looking for today? Can I help you? Do you need a glass of water? Can I give you a massage? Can I give you a massage? Do you need your car cleaned? I will mow your lawn." Like, that kind of friendly. And I'm like, whoa, slow down there, Speed Racer. And I was like, yeah, so I'm, you know, winter is a-comin', and I need a winter jacket. And he was like, okay, so we have some really nice jackets for you. Any specific style? I was like, can it be warm? I need a warm winter jacket, if that's at all possible. He was like, yeah, totally, man. We got you. Got warm winter coats. We got cold winter coats. I was like, what's cold winter coat? It's for style, basically. So if you have a winter jacket and you're cold in it, it's basically a style jacket. No, I was making up about cold winter jackets. So he was like, yeah. Oh my goodness, this corner. So he was like, all right. So do you have any specific wishes? I was like, it just has to be warm. And so first off, these employees, they know their stuff. So he started showing me this jacket. It was really nice, and he was explaining the jacket. It had about 14,000 different pockets, and I'm a huge fan of pockets. I just love having pockets just to put my stuff in. And so he was like, yeah, so it has a lot of jackets. It's nice and warm. It's also the length. It'll keep you warm. And the sleeves, it has what's it called? Padded? No, padded. I don't think padded is the right word. The thing was, in the sleeves, it had sort of a lining that kept the cold out. And I was like, yeah, this is actually a really nice jacket. And then I asked him, by the way, what's the price on one of, what's the price? Like any normal person would ask. And he was like, so you have to remember, this jacket, it's made of high quality material. It's superb stitching. And I was like, so what's the price? He was like, in a really soft voice, he was like, yeah, it's around $350. And I was like, all right, I'll take two. And then we both laughed for a little bit, and I was like, dude, I really can't afford this. And he was like, all right, we can look at a different jacket. And so he pulls out another jacket. It's also nice, but it's nothing comparable to the first jacket he showed me. And I was like, yeah, this, I don't really know how to explain it. It was basically, so when I talk about length of a jacket, I'm talking about shoulders to about the butt area. And the thing is, this jacket went to about my waist. So, but I was like, it was only $130, 130 euros, fuck. And I was like, you know what, I'll take this jacket. So, lo and behold, I take the jacket. I paid $130 for it. I mean, it wasn't the most beautiful jacket. It kept me warm, but that night when I got home and showed my grandparents, they were like, no, please return it. It's too short, and you're gonna get a cold. And I was like, okay, if you guys really think that's what I should do, I'll do it, because I don't like making my grandparents upset. So I take the jacket back to Marco Polo, to a different store, just to clarify, and this store was in a completely different location in Munich, and lo and behold, the employees, oh my goodness, they're just, I feel like for you to be an employee at a Marco Polo store, you have to have like a friend, like you have to have a niceness level of like over 9,000. Because I walk in and the guy's like, hello, how are you doing today? So what can I help you with? Can I get you a drink of water? Do you want anything to eat? Lunch is on me. Can I mow your lawn? Can I clean your car? What do you need? And I'm like, slow down, Speed Racer. I just need a winter jacket. And he was like, all right, so yeah, we have plenty of winter jackets. So what are you looking for? And I was like, yeah, so it has to be warm, and it has to be a little bit longer, right? Because the last jacket I bought, it wasn't long enough. And he was like, yeah, totally, dude, we can get you a jacket. And so I started trying on some jackets, and I found one that was actually really nice. At least I thought it was really nice. And so I was like, yeah, I actually really like this jacket. How much is it? And he was like, you have to consider, these jackets are made of really high quality material, and you have to just this is quality. You can wear this for a long time. I was like, what's the price? Well, not in that tone. I was like, so tell me, what's the price of this jacket? And he was like, yeah, it's $360. I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna take a different. Do you have any other jackets? And he was like, oh, so you're trying to be cheap, right? I told him, look, I'm a college kid. I have no money. How do you expect me to pay for this? And he was like, dude, if you really want this jacket, I'll pay half. And I was like, I can't do that to you. I'm sorry. So I was like, do you have any other jackets? And he was like, yeah, so we can look at something a little bit cheaper for you. And so I found this other jacket. It was really nice. In the length, it went around mid-calf. And I was like, okay, that should satisfy my grandparents, right? Wrong. The night when I bought the jacket, it was 165, so another plus 35 euros. And so when I got home, my grandparents were like, oh, so you traded that one jacket in for another one. It looks shit. And I was like, oh, what did I do wrong this time? And they're like, no, it's just too long. And I was like, and no, and they're like, you should just get something that's around like a little bit past your butt. And I was like, oh my goodness. So if you ever have trouble buying winter jackets, yeah, maybe you should consult your grandparents first. Cause yeah. So I returned the jacket, and I'm astounded. I still got a full price return on the jacket, which I know a lot of stores don't do that. And the Marco Polo, I love their employees. They're hyper happy. That's probably because they also earn quite a bit of money. But so I returned the jacket, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look at some different stores. I'll come back for sure. I promise you guys that. Yeah, no, I didn't go back. I'm sorry, Marco Polo, to disappoint, but I go to Jack and Jones. That's another designer clothing company. I find a jacket that's perfect. It was like it was tailor-made for me, and it was only 100 euros, so I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm buying this jacket. And as I'm walking out of the shopping mall, I walk past the Marco Polo store, and I make eye contact with the guy inside, and he saw that I bought a jacket, a winter jacket from Jack and Jones, and he gave me I cannot make this up. If looks could kill, I would have been dead about 1,000 times over, because he looked at me and I was just like, oh, I am so dead. But so that's my Marco Polo story. I know it sounds a little exaggerated, but I'm telling you guys, over here in Germany, the Marco Polo employees, they are insanely happy. I don't know what kind of drug they're giving out at Marco Polo, because no human being can ever be this happy. But yeah, so if you also have, the moral of the story is, when you're buying a winter jacket, make sure you talk to your grandparents first, because they know what's best for you, and also just don't go to one store. Moral of the story, yeah. So I am DatKoolGerman, signing off until next time. Please like and subscribe, and everybody, stay cool.